But it's like, I don't know. When is this show? They're doing 4 shows in Chicago. So it's like a foregone conclusion that Punk is coming in, obviously.
Who's that?
The worst
AEW?
kept. Yeah, they're doing 4 shows in Chicago in like 2 weeks. So it's like it's very obvious that Punk is coming. This is the worst kept secret in the history of professional wrestling, right? And I honestly think they're still going to try and book it as a surprise, which at this point makes no sense whatsoever. They should bill him, promote him, and and then that's what because there's the secret's out of the bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, advertise and get the audience ahead of time.
I mean, you're not going to have a surprise factor. The surprise factor on a scale of 1 to 10 would be like a 2. When if no buzz and nobody had ever been talking about this and he came out of nowhere, but everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. It's very interesting too when you think of how long has Punk been gone now? 7 years or something?
Yeah,
that's as long as Christian. And Christian came back and he's kind of just hasn't really made much of an impact because they put him in. Sting came in. And he's kind of boring, didn't really do much and everything. I'm just wondering, like they need to have. This is the thing where they need to have something really good. But Punk has stated that basically he wants to be told what to do. He wants people to tell him to do something that I like, right? So they might be coming up with the creative for this. And right off the bat, if you're trying to book this as a surprise, right off the bat, I would just disagree as a marketing tactic and for ratings, if that's not the proper, you should Punk's coming this week, Punk next week, Punk Daniel Bryan, and just promote him because you're not going to get a, bro, give him a couple, give him a vignette or two. Let him do, just to make sure this is not, that's like has no chance of error. Is let him cut a vignette. Do a vignette in a controlled environment, but do some really cool content where he can do a promo and really go because you don't know how this crowd is going to react. You don't know if he's coming in and they're booking him as a heel, and he goes out there and they're just cheering him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot of moving parts, but I would the one thing that's very obvious is that Raw is not that far away from AEW. That's obvious. SmackDown is. Like SmackDown's got Roman Reigns and he's just running the show right now, But yeah, it would have been interesting to see with given this culture and these guys coming in, everything. I wonder if they were going head to head with Raw, if Vince would have been letting these guys go. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't he really doesn't see them as competition yet. And I wonder if they do good numbers here for a few weeks with Daniel Bryan and and Punk and everything. I wonder if it motivates them to start doing better TV.
If they were smart and the network was smart, they should promo the debut of CM Punk on a very special night, Monday night, whatever the date is. And they should do that for like 3 weeks, whatever. Monday night, a special edition, AEW coming back. Bro, they'll beat them in the ratings that night.
Because here's the thing, too. You got to understand that like all this conversation is in the echo chamber. You know what I'm saying? So it's all the existing fans that you're not really hearing whether or not the fans that haven't been watching, whether they're going to in there. So some of them might, but it would be better to advertise this.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of just relying on the dirt sheets in the show in this echo chamber to try to promote this. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I'm with you. Yep. And that's why, Vic Venom wisely said, bro, this could be the opening that AEW needs. If you've got a child show over here and now all of a sudden Daniel Bryan and CM Punk sign over here, bro, there may be a hole that AEW could sneak into. It is very possible because this is the children's show.
It just goes to show you how absolutely correct that was. That in retrospect, okay, and if we would look forward, they should have gone head to head with Raw from the get-go.
Yeah.
Because Raw's content and that show has just universally been
You're right.
Just it's not a good. It's night and day between SmackDown and Raw. It's just it's like they're two completely different like mindsets. It's like how can you have SmackDown with this content and Raw has this content? And it's almost like honestly, it is like they are actively saying, okay, Raw is going to be the show for the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And like if AEW would have been okay, we're going to be do a show not for the kids and put it right next to that show on Monday nights, especially with Punk and Bro, they could be beating them right now.
Yeah. This is deja vu.
There are people begging during Monday nights from 8 to 11, okay, that if there was something other content on, they would watch it. And they would watch it. A decent percentage.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I think that's one of the mistakes that they made. They could have really cultivated a bigger audience and gone right into the heart of, drawn those fans